You started the show with me. We started the show together.
Yeah.
That's a power move. That's a power move. That's how you go. I'm here right now. I've been on TV. Where are you at? That bar we started at? So. Yeah, that was fun. We're good. Yeah. I'm going to be 36 next month. It's not a woo age. It's not. It's a age. More than anything. And for most of my life, I've thought I've had depression. I don't know if anybody else here has dealt with depression. Yeah. You've solved it. That's good. I've overcome. That's good. I like that. I thought I had depression for a very long time, but I was recently watching some nature documentaries, and there was this one with this lion that was hanging out in the middle of Africa. It was just laying down, just kind of just sleeping most of the day, and then it would get up once in a while to eat, and then it would go back to bed. And then David Attenborough called it majestic. And that's when I realized I'm not depressed, I'm majestic. Right? Which is fucked up if you think about it. Animals, if you watch an animal's life and how much credit we give an animal for just like existing, we're just like, that's amazing. But me, like I have to put in 48,000 hours a week for somebody to be like, good job. Good job, you know. I'm like, maybe it's the system. Maybe it's not us. Maybe we're not just sitting here going just like, I don't know why. Like all this stuff's not making me happy. It's just like, maybe because you're not sleeping and eating exclusively. That's what we're supposed to be doing, you know. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I still am majestic. I've got chronic seasonal majesticity, and I've got... I have a cute... So I've been trying to work on it for a while. I've been, been going to therapists, whatever. But I got a dog in the past year. Yeah, it's good. Because I was like, I'm gonna get a dog. I'm gonna get something that loves me, you know, unconditionally, so that I could just have that to work with. And it turns out he needs me more than I need him. And it's that, but like, I got one. I don't know if you guys have been in the market for a dog in the past year since like COVID hit. I don't know if you guys have been in the market for a used dog, but. Trying to find, because I was like, I want to be a good person. I'm gonna get refurbished, you know. And so I went out looking, and I don't know if you've seen the lots, but there's nothing good out there for that with low miles. Nothing. They're all. I spent months. I put 6 months into trying to find a dog, and I almost went to a breeder because I was just like, I just need a dog. I need something with me, but I finally found one. But like everything, they lie to you constantly when you're trying to adopt a dog. They lie to you through their teeth. You'll see a dog on the thing. They're just like, it's a lab mix, and you look at that thing, you're just like, that is 1,000% dragon and pit bull. There is no way it is anything else. It's 500 pounds. It's got a gun. It smokes. It's just like, yeah. I think it's part Chihuahua. I'm just like, I think you're lying to me, you know. They're like, hey, we've got papers for them. These look forged. Where'd you get these? Russia? These aren't real papers. But I got one. I finally got one. He's awesome. But it's weird because like I didn't know. So like my girlfriend, she's got a dog. She's got a professional dog. You know. You got friends with professional dogs. You go in there. They're just like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Come on, have a seat. You want some tea? You know, like that type of dog. And hers is like that. And so every time I see her dog, it's just like, oh my God, what's going on? How you doing? What'd you get? Oh, let's talk. What's up, bro? You know, like that. And then my dog, I realized, is a union dog. My dog is a very Portland dog. My dog's just like, listen, I thought we were off the clock right now. Per the terms of our agreement, I do not have to cuddle you after 8 p.m., okay? Unless I'm getting double kibble for the day, I don't think. And I'm just like, hey man, I've just had a hard day. I was hoping you'd be there for me. He's like, dude, I've got my own shit to deal with right now. Do you know what the cost of flea medication is? And I'm like, yeah, I'm paying for it for you. He's just like, I fucking know, and it stresses me out. I love him though, he's great. He's very emotionally distant. You know how they say you date your parents? I adopted one. No, he's good. I don't like this thing people do though, because like I'll tell people like I got him from a shelter, and people are like, oh my God, you rescued him, amazing. And I'm like, hold up, you know. Like I don't like how we go around patting ourselves on the back for rescuing dogs, right? Like Because I've seen enough dogs now that I've had to ask the question, are you sure you rescued it? Because I met a dog in a purse recently. There's a dog in a purse, and he was in a purse, and he was just hanging out in the purse, and everyone was just like, oh my God, what a cute dog! And the dog had its tongue hanging out of its mouth. It was like, ah! It looked real derpy and cute. And she's just like, yeah, I rescued it. And they're like, oh my God, how good of a person are you to rescue this dog? She's like, I know, its teeth are missing. I have to put little wet drops on its tongue every 30 minutes. And I'm like, that's a lot of work, but good for you, right? And then she starts to mention, somebody goes to like pet the dog. She's like, oh, careful, it's blind. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And the last thing, she went to like go say something to the dog. She's like, oh, he's deaf too. And I was just like, are you fucking sure you rescued the dog? Because if I were the dog and I had a choice in the matter, I'd be like, let me go, maybe, right? Like, you're like, hey, dog without teeth, sight, or sound, I'm gonna put you in my purse, and you're just gonna feel the abyss reaching out and just touching your head, and you're like, shivering like you've had 50 espressos. And you just come, you're just like, what's it drinking? Red Bull. I don't know how many fucking Monster Energy drinks she gives it up, but it just shivers. It just shivers. And it did this thing when everyone went, oh my God, because she was like, somebody went up and it like pawed. It did that, and it was, oh my God. And I was like, he's looking for the morphine. Right? The dog's trying to find death. It's going, where is the button? I know there's a button. I've heard about the button before I lost this. Somebody mentioned a button. And to be fair, maybe the dog is a piece of shit. I don't know. Maybe it did something. Because we don't know that about the dog. We assume dogs are awesome because we're like, oh, animals are amazing just because they can't talk or blog. You know, like... But we don't know. Animals are assholes. We also, that's the other thing too. I know too many people in this city who are just like, oh, animals are amazing. I hate humans. I'm just like, have you ever met a dolphin? Because dolphins are fucked up. I don't know if you've seen a dolphin or know this about dolphins, but dolphins, they'll rape and murder for fun. This is true. This is true. They get high on pufferfish, and then they will go and they'll find other sea mammals, and then they'll just kill them, rape them, toss them around like a beach ball, and then they just do a fucking backflip and swim off into the sunset. Right? And your aunt still has a tattoo of one on her ankle. Nobody's just like, somebody needs to stop these dolphins. Humans, do you know, like chickens, if you've seen all the chickens around town, chickens bully other smaller chickens. If there is an ugly chicken, there go, just like, you don't fucking deserve corn, and then they'll just, yeah! And they'll kick other tiny chickens. If they're molting, they're just like, you don't deserve this shit, you know? But there's never been like a chicken Socrates, is what I'm saying. There's never been an It Gets Better campaign for other animals, you know? They just have to deal with it. They go, I guess I'm a piece of shit and I'm gonna die in this corner and they're gonna eat my corpse. And that's how animals are. At least some of us, at least there's like a couple people in here with a sign that they wrote one day. They're just like, you know, not today, or just like justice for whoever. Like never been a dolphin that's done that. There's never been a dolphin that's done that. I know that's a risk doing these bits in Portland. And it's like, he didn't talk about Mr. Chairman Meow that way, did he? I fucking did. You guys hate Trump, but you love cats, and cats are just tiny Donald Trumps. I swear to God. They're just like, meow, meow, is this my property? Is this my property? Let me just cover it in my golden lettering. And then they, meow, meow, small government. Meow, meow, send snacks. You know, like that's cats. And you guys are like, Trump does it. You guys are like, no way, not in my country. A cat does it. You're like, give it wet food. Give it wet food. I'll end on this. I was hanging out with some friends recently, and they were all, one of my friends, her boyfriend was coming back into town because he was doing some manly shit in Alaska or something. And she came back, she's like, oh my God, I'm gonna surprise him, by the way. And they all giggled around, they're like, oh my God, what'd you do? She's like, I got satin sheets, and tonight we're gonna break them in. And they were just all, oh my God, that's amazing. And I had to stop them, and I was just like, do you know how I know you're not the person who does any work in the bedroom? Because you saw satin and thought, sexy. And you didn't think about the fact that he's got to be on top of you, trying to gain traction, trying to Scooby-Doo his way inside of you. That is not the sexiest. That is the second worst place to have sex, is on satin sheets. The first is inside of an active volcano. That is the only worst place there is. Second is on satin. And I know this from experience because I lost my virginity at 18 on satin sheets because my girlfriend was coming out of a goth thing, you know. And that was the worst. That was the only reason I went through with it. As a 30-something-year-old man now, I'd be like, listen, this is called a boundary. You got to respect it, okay? But at 18, I was just like, no, this is happening. And just, that was it. At 18, losing my virginity, I just looked like a dog running on a tile floor. I was just like, we're doing this! But to Wonderwall. So, you guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much.